If I had one word to describe my mom, it would be giving. And the reason is because she gives of everything. She gives of herself, her time, her support. She's just a giver. And there's actually one story, when I bought my house, she stayed the night like a couple weeks later, and like about a year later I found out that she kept giving me these hints about like, you need to check your piggy bank. I was like, I don't have a piggy bank. So in my guest bedroom I have a piggy bank, or it was actually my fiance's, and one day we just happened to check it and there was like $15 in it, and it was just so funny because we're like, why'd you leave $15, Mom? And that's just kind of who she is.
The one word I would pick to describe my mom is resilient, because, my brother said she was loving, which she so is, but whenever she's faced with like a difficult situation, or anyone in our family is faced with a difficult situation, or any of her friends or anyone she knows, she's just always has a plan, is ready to help, is very resourceful, has great information to share. She knows so many people and has so many resources at her disposal that she's willing to share with anyone and everyone. And it's really inspiring to the people in her family, because we know that when we encounter a difficult situation that we can get through it in even a upbeat and positive way. She's definitely resilient, in addition to 80 million other awesome things, but resiliency kind of comes to my mind when I have to choose one word.
I think my favorite memory of my mom is, it's kind of our ritual that we do pretty much every summer now. We go to Twin Lakes, which is a lake in Bridgeport, California. And a lot of times we go with family, but 3 or 4 years ago we went, and it was just me, her, and my dad. And the best part about it is we always fish. Our family fishes everywhere. So my dad and I would go out in the boat in the mornings, and then at nighttime, or in the afternoon, my mom and I would fish from the shore. And about 3 or 4 years ago, it was a really fun trip. I just remember because it was just us three, my mom and my dad, and we were there, and my mom was just in her, her regular hat. She's got this wide brim hat. She got her sunglasses on, and we're just in, folding chairs and basically fishing from the shore. And at that point in my life, I was able to talk to her about, life. I just graduated from college and everything, so I just remember those instances in particular.
Well, I have many memories of my mom, of course, but the one that always comes to my mind when I'm asked this kind of question is in graduate school, when I was about to graduate from UNR, I was one of 3 students in my department to receive an award upon graduation. It was it was a big deal. It was an honor, and they told me that I could invite my family, and so I told my mom, and she's been so supportive of me throughout my college career. So she was, of course, very excited to go, and this was a very big deal. So it was kind of stuffy. It was at the School of Medicine, a lot of doctors and business professionals, and they were all dressed in kind of stuffy business attire, and I was dressed in a similar way. My mother walks into this room, and she looks incredible. She's, it was retro chic, I think they call it. So it was totally appropriate, and but it was like these, she had these go-go boots on and this leather skirt and this super cute top, and her hair was perfect, and she just looked like, I don't know, she was an 18-year-old, and she looked fabulous. And so everyone, when she walked in, she turned heads, and I remember after the ceremony, all my professors wanted to meet her, and she was so sophisticated and articulate, because my mom's brilliant. But at the same time, she was just super trendy and cool and awesome to hang out with. And I just remember my professors talking to me afterwards like, your mom, she's just so amazing and so fun to talk to, and she's so beautiful. And I just remember that day because she made such a big impression, and she does all the time. But it was funny to see her walk into that room of I don't know, I guess sophisticated, kind of serious people. And then she kind of lightened the mood of the whole room, and it was a really fun, awesome moment. And at the same time, she was right by my side the whole time and really proud of me, and, happy to be seen with me, even though I looked pretty formal and, compared to her, she looked so, yeah, well, anyway, it just was really cool that she was just so supportive of me and right by my side, and at the same time just so dynamic and so fun to be around. That's just one of my favorite memories.
If I could tell my mom something right now, I would probably tell her that I wouldn't be near the man, or I wouldn't be here without you. And everything you've given to me has made me a better person and made me want to be better. Yeah. And we all kind of go through problems in our life, or we have to face adversity. And I think I speak for everybody and all my siblings that whenever we ran into a problem, whether it be with college or relationships or with anything, we knew we could go to you. And I know I've faced that a lot, and every single time you were there for me no matter what. And I can't tell you how much that means to me.
You're welcome.
I would tell her that, I think my mom can be a perfectionist, and she sometimes, we all make mistakes in our lives, and she has regrets about this and that or whatever. We all do. But I just want to tell you that you are just an amazing mother and grandmother to my 5 kids. You've been so open-minded and, flexible and accommodating to our big family and to everything that's happened in all of our lives, and just so supportive. Like, I've never once felt unsupported or uncared for or anything. I've just always felt like you were an anchor or someone I could rely on no matter what. So just that you are such a great mom and such a great grandmother, and I love you so much for that, and thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Most important thing my mom has taught me is loyalty and forgiveness. And forgiveness is especially key with your family. Family is very important to her, and it's very important to me. And whenever we screw up, it's important to remember to forgive your family. And loyalty is also to your family, to be loyal to them so they can trust you and we can trust her no matter what. And I remember a story with my aunt. We were talking a couple of years ago, and somehow we were talking about my aunt, it's her sister, and there was, a long time ago, there was a guy that didn't treat my aunt very well. And my mom remembered the person's name, and she got this look on her face like, if I saw that guy again. And I'm like, Mom, you don't even know that guy. And, you haven't seen him for probably 30 years. And she's like, nobody messes with my sister. And I just thought of that story, and I just think that is so my mom, just sticking up for her family and being there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
The most important thing she's taught me, she always tells me to keep the faith. Because I'm a worrier, so anything will cause me anxiety. Like, I might have been speeding, and maybe, or whatever. Any little thing will cause me great worry. And she is just so steady. She'll always say to pray, to keep the faith, that everything will be okay. And I know that in part because she will do everything in her power to make things okay, and that she's just an excellent example of faith and trust, and I love that.